This is part 3 of the book of Ezra. The Israelites had come back out of Babylon after 70 years and now start to rebuild the temple, but don't start with the foundation. Let's have a look at what they first rebuilt when they came back and started to work on the temple. It says in Ezra 3, 2 and 3, Then Josedak's son Jeshua and his relatives, who were priests, and Shealtiel's son Zerubbabel and his relatives, built an altar for the God of Israel. They built it in order to sacrifice burnt offerings. They followed the directions written in the Moses teachings. So they rebuilt the altar on its original site. They were afraid of the people in the neighboring regions. They sacrificed burnt offerings on it to the Lord every morning and evening. I probably slaughtered all those names. Anyways, they started with the altar first. Why would they do that? Imagine this. There's an altar. You can still see the foundation of the temple, but the altar is there and no temple. And they bring sacrifices. What a sight it must have been. Why did they do that? Well, first off, the Babylonians had reshuffled a lot of people, and some of the enemies of the Jews were living right next door to them. And they felt they needed that altar, and I will tell you why. The altar stands for meeting with God. It's where you lay your prayers on the altar and ask the Lord for mercy, for grace, for protection. On the altar, a sacrifice would be made for the forgiveness of sin. That's where you meet with God. That's why they built the altar first. What does that mean for us? It means to return to our God with all our hearts, with all our minds, with all our soul, and with all our understanding, and lay it on the altar of sacrifice and come back to a restored relationship with God. Let's get right with